different from what the meta would usually suggest, but we'll see how well Stingray is able to utilize her. I know he was playing her earlier on in the tournament, and at the end of the day, ended up switching to the Black Knight. So this might be Stingray kind of sleeping on Cody Travis, being like, you know what, I'm really confident in myself. I know I've still got that comfort weapon of the spear, and really, if I lose a game or two, whatever, I've still got the Black Knight in the back pocket. I'll win this set and move on. We'll see how well that kind of bold decision making works out for him as we get right on into game number 1.
Now Stingray is able to grab the first weapon. Cody's able to put out most of the first damage. Then he's able to grab the blaster. He's going to eat some signatures, though. Bold choice for kind of either of them to go here onto Brawlhalla. Obviously, we saw what Stingray was able to do earlier today on Brawlhalla of getting knockouts after knockouts, really early knockouts with a high strength that Queen Nai has. She also has high defense. Same thing kind of goes for Brawlhalla as well. But where Brawlhalla could edge it out is I see that Axe Neutral signature being a huge turnaround option that Cody Travis can use here. Even the D-Light side air on the edge doesn't have to go for the recovery because we are on Brawlhalla. And if this keeps going this way, Cody's dominating neutral. He might not even have to edgeguard whatsoever. He does have the axe as an edgeguard option, but Stingray using those signatures in neutral, the bottom side of the neutral signature. It seemed like it was going to miss, but it still had an active hitbox there out on the bottom side, picking up a grounded Cody Travis.
That's one thing Stingray's got to his advantage is that, again, Queen Nai very underplayed in the competitive meta, so likely Cody Travis is not as familiar with that hitbox and was not expecting that anti-air move to hit stack.
Again, the second stock kind of being controlled by Cody Travis. Stingray's just a little bit behind him. You're seeing some more of the damage come out. Weapon toss going up. Grabs the weapon. Side air comes out. D-Sig's over the edge. That catches kind of the low recovery. Then he goes for the in-sig, trying to catch the high recovery. This is kind of the first time we've seen Cody's axe coming out in this set, though. So we'll see if he's able to secure the knockout here, or if he switches to blasters, or if he stays on the axe.
I think at least in this specific situation, he wants to sit in that corner, wants to maintain that pressure. That was his situation. If he wanted to switch right there while Stingray was returning back to the stage, he could have gone for it, but he knows just a side air is all he needs to finish off that stock. Hopefully Cody Travis can extend this stock. He wants to get that extra credit because Stingray, all he needs is like a downlight recovery or a signature to even this one back up. Or even just a side air.
Even the bounce pass to the blast zone off of the stage with the Qatar side air, that's going to be enough.
It looked like one of those bounce-ins where you pass it to the guy in half court. Okay, I'm just messing up what basketball sounds like.
Bro, have you ever seen a basketball game?
I don't think I have. I just realized like I was just describing NBA on the 64 and just nope.
Oh boy. Neutral light coming in, has Stingray in the orange. Pretty solid lead here for Cody, and the D-Sig catches Stingray going just a little bit too high, eking up. Fish out of water, down signature, grabs him, throws him to the edge, and he's done. About 100 damage difference between these two, which really isn't that much.
And Stingray's sticking with it. Interesting.
Yeah.
And they're going to go right back to small Brawlhalla. We'll see again if this Queen Nai works for him. Definitely seemed like a spear-heavy Queen Nai. Didn't see a lot from the Qatars. It was like he got that side air, and then I made a weird metaphor. And other than that, it was like predominantly spear play.
Actually, that was a synonym because you said it's like. But you aren't seeing him use those Qatars like he did earlier against Kostelix. It wasn't the down air into D-Sig, wasn't grabbing out of the air with that neutral signature. You're right, it really wasn't very much Qatar play, and that could be just because of both of Cody's... Oh, that neutral signature. Throwing to the edge and the ground pound. Can he finish it up here? Weapon toss goes just a little bit too low. The ground pound just a little bit too wide. Close. Cody was like fingertips away. He was so close to getting a knockout in two different instances there. Has Stingray in the red. Side air sends him to the right. Chase dodging after him. Stingray playing a little bit high. Cody finds the side air as he recovers over the corner, going just a little bit too high. Jump side air from Cody. That's the knockout.
You're seeing Cody play a lot more towards his axe. Might be specific for this matchup. Axe does have relatively decent matchup against Qatars and Spear. But the side air is coming out from Stingray. If that weapon toss connected, could have been the stock, could have been the evener.
The down air didn't hit. Down air from Cody, he goes high.
Nice.
There's the D-Sig. Reaching up the kind of top right hitbox. It does have a little bit of an aerial hitbox. Even though it is a down signature, focused mainly on the ground. You can catch someone in the air in the top right or the top left corner.
Yeah, it's definitely stronger for those horizontal knockouts, but it does have that anti-air property like you were talking about. Cody Travis with a big side air. Another big hit could be all he needs. Stingray dips low, but Cody was ready for it with the weapon toss down.
Stingray was kind of delaying his recovery back to the wall, I think expecting more of an active edge guard coming out from Cody Travis. So Stingray was just kind of staying low down there. And the fact that he was that low means that weapon toss is going to put him in a little bit of hit stun, just enough to lead to the knockout. If he would have been higher on the wall, I don't think that would have led to a stock loss.
Yeah, again, this is small Brawlhaven. Those kill boxes can be incredibly close. Sidelight Nair goes for the side air. Stingray's able to jump, avoid it.
Cody's really running away with this. The D-Light just barely misses. Stingray's able to get over it. Recovery comes out, punishes. Side air from Stingray. Cody Travis going low. No edge guard from Stingray. In comes the recovery from Cody Travis. That is a 2-stock. It was looking somewhat even in the beginning of the game. Cody took a lead, but it was maybe like 50 to 80 damage, and it kind of stayed consistently 50 to 80 damage. Then all of a sudden, second stock hero Cody Travis, huge lead, continues to hold on to that second stock, finishes out the game, and Stingray leaving Brawlhaven open yet again. Cody choosing to go to Brawlhaven yet again.
Game number 3, the only thing different this time is Stingray switching it up, going over to the Black Knight. This is his kind of power character. He's like, all right, taking off the training wheels, gonna go in with the big boy character.
And I think this switch kind of this late into the set isn't necessarily the worst thing. Of course, this is a best of 5, so he's swapping in game 3. The Queen Knight kind of didn't work in game 1. It definitely didn't work in game 2. I agree with switching at least at this point, if not earlier. He still is going to have the loser's bracket as an option. Even if he loses the set here, 0-3 to Cody Travis, he still has the loser's bracket as an option. So starting with that Queen Knight for 2 games, even though he lost the first one, I don't think is the worst idea in the world.
No, but it's definitely a great idea to switch over to this Black Knight. Already getting that first stock with that down signature. Not even 2 damage. His movement is so different. He's got so much more with the movement speed on the Black Knight. Definitely helps him move around Cody Travis.
Ooh, big ground pound. Cody again with another ground pound, almost completely evening it up. Has weapon control. We'll see where the next weapon spawn comes in. It's right in the middle of the stage. Cody's going to try to zone Stingray out. Double down airs. Neutral air comes in from Stingray after taking 2 hits. He's able to throw Cody away, grab the weapon. It is a spear. Out comes the Nair, trying to juggle a little bit in the air with the Nair. There's the side air. Cody on the wall, not going too low, still making his presence known.
Cody getting some good taps. He's not getting any follow-ups after him, though. So it's really just slowly chipping away at Stingray.
Be kind of being careful here. Chasing out a little bit, putting considerable space. Goes for the D-Sig. I was almost worried that he was going to try to downlight there, and by the time it came out, Stingray was going to be able to jump through it, but Cody still had the timing on it, really nailed that one. Huge lead for him here. Almost has Stingray in the orange. Cody's in the orange, but on his second stock, there's the Nair. Cody goes really high to avoid the gravity cancel neutral signature from Stingray. Oh! Sidelight recovery, knockout into the corner. About 50 damage difference between these two. And so Ryan is definitely a huge difference from the Queen Nai. We'll see if the result is still the same, though, as Cody is still in the lead. Sidelight tapping Stingray further into the orange.
Oh, but Stingray is on top of him. Cody Travis starting to get knocked around a little bit by this Lance. Downlight into the recovery. Oh! Small Brawlhaven is going to work in Cody Travis's favor 3 times in a row. And Cody Travis goes into the grand finals.
Started that ending combo in the orange. About halfway through, he turned red, and by the end of it, Stingray was dead. You see both of them laying down with the flowers on their chest. That's actually the best taunt in the game. You can get that in the Battle Pass. Make sure to pick up the Battle Pass. It's on Steam or the Brawlhalla. I don't remember which one, but get it regardless. Check both places. Probably the Brawlhalla first, you know.
I'm pretty sure that's whatever platform you're on, you buy it there. But either way, really well done.
I already got it.
Yeah, really well done from Cody Travis. He is going to